And I'll show you. This is what the says. Marion County Auditor, 200 East Washington Street, Suite 801. This is the case number, item number, parcel number, township of corporation. Center says this. Now you guys can take pictures of this document because it is going to be court cases even after this is paid, if I have to pay this, or if GoFundMe helps, or if my mother or father's companies, or the Screen Actors Union, or the Music Hall of Fame, or somewhere. You know, there's supposed to be certain documents in reference to me being in the Hollywood Hall of Fame, or, you know, the Music and TV Hall of Fame, in reference to certain things where dirty government had tried to cost me expenses, and they've been blocking me from, you know, notoriety. And you guys can, you know, I make this video, you can stop the video and photograph and expand the photograph pictures, because every harassment, any type of harassment at all, is lawsuits from government or society, harassments of any kind. And then also in reference to them making up lies to accuse me of things is attempts of murder too. It even tells you don't ever try to put me in the middle of political situations where people would try to endanger me. You know, like people trying to mislead a person into danger, such as people holding me hostage, people accusing me of things, people misrepresenting my identity and the royal protocol in the media in reference to people, and, you know, government trying to play their tricks. So, you know, in reference to, you can expand the picture, you know, take a photograph off the video and expand the picture so you can see this. And any type of abuse of any kind, them touching me, them trying to steal my penis, them stealing sperm, them stealing gifts or monies. And don't forget, I was supposed to be on the White House Christmas list all these years, and I've not received even one Christmas present from the White House, and not even during the, you know, after the time my mother got murdered. I don't know if my mother had some things placed somewhere, but, you know, in reference to the reason I was supposed to be on the White House Christmas list was so they could never forget who I am or try to cover up who I am. But look up that information. You know, it's very important. You know, very important in reference to history too, and them. So obviously the Treasury in Indianapolis was involved in the attempts of murder and mutilation of the teeth and face, and they violated tycoon laws and other cities and states that, I don't know which city and state tried to send me information, because I never received it. So, you know, in reference to you know, people knowing where my mother and father's mansions are at in other cities and states, it's very important. Plus universities and schools that I went to, if they had court cases here against these people, and these people, when they try to cover up stuff, these government people, they try to send you bills and expenses like they're trying to persecute you for their crimes of them holding me hostage and them accusating against me. And, you know, the CIA and FBI tried to do that shit back in the 60s, where they had murdered a lot of Americans in their industry of death shit too. And see, these people are all most of these people are German or Middle Eastern German, and them accusating against me and them abusing me is their crimes. And don't forget, these people stole, or they tried to steal out of my mother and father's mansions too. And they've never had a warrant being on the property. The royal protocols in the media of my identity and family history of who I am, and it outranks government. And a state law outranks any government influences of any government types of people. So if the government was trying to make up reasons for trespassing, no, that's not legal in reference to their activities and their abuses or anything. And they know that. So in reference to their tricks, their people would have to get prosecuted for their crimes. And the satellite man just tagged on my foot. So right here. Right there. They just tagged my foot. So, in reference to the activity, and I guess it's pretty serious, the situation. I guess you see that. But, I don't get into anybody's tricks, and I don't play no games, nobody's tricks at all. I'm the child of my mother and father. Any courts getting that wrong must get prosecuted. My identity and birth certificate is the most documented birth certificate in American history. And people playing their tricks or games, I'm not supposed to tolerate it. It's always lawsuits. In reference to government officials, they have to respect who I am and who my biological parents are, and it is documented that way. And in reference to any injuries that they have caused, it's lawsuits. It even says that the government was supposed to pay me within 24 hours, and they've never paid me at all. They've never paid me nothing. Any violations of them trespassing or them trying to cause injury with satellites, or them trying to murder me, or them trying to steal anything from me, or them slandering my intellect, or them trying to call me stupid, or anything. There's lawsuits in every category, and they must get prosecuted, whoever they are. But, this is the document again. See, the government tries to play these games like this is the way they try to play their procedures of covering up what they have done by accusing me of being a bad person or something, or whatever they've tried to do. On here it says the county does not warrant the accuracy of the street address or common description of real property. Like they didn't think this was a real house or something. I mean, it's had a water main out front, the water company. It's got its own electrical box. It's been here since 1926. I'm not sure if my dad built this house or not, but back then. But this might have been, this house might have been one of the first houses built in this neighborhood. I'm not sure what the oldest house is in this neighborhood, but I'm not sure if my mother bought School 78 up here, but my father owned the RCA plant that was over here on this side, and some other local. I mean, my father built that, didn't he? You have to look it up. These people are blocking all the public information, but it's all supposed to be public information. See, they try to cover up the history of my family and my mother and father and grandparents when they have built things in many cities or many states in America, out of the 50 states, These people have tried to cover it up to make themselves popular, where their people would go around fabricating that they were big wigs in business or something by covering up what my family history is and what my family had built in America. And that's court cases. And those people have to go to court for covering up the history of my parents and grandparents building lots of things in America